What's up, everybody? Professional wrestler Chris Wilde back here for another video. This one on the series of the 2019 offseason Better or Worse. Today I want to look at cornerbacks. Are we better in 2019 than we were in 2018? So let's get right into it. As an Eagles fan, especially growing up, I got to watch guys like Bobby Taylor, Troy Vincent, the great Brian Dawkins, Eric Allen for a little bit I remember growing up. And then when Vincent and Taylor were done, Lito Shepherd came through. Sheldon Brown. I mean, these guys were very good. And of course, Brian Dawkins was a staple, a legend, and now an NFL Hall of Famer. But then there were a couple years that were kind of nightmarish for us as Eagle fans. I mean, let's admit, Nnamdi Asomugha, Bradley Fletcher, Nolan Carroll, Kerry Williams, these guys were like burnt toast. I mean, I had to watch the back of their jerseys plenty of times and seeing guys like Des Bryant and Larry Fitzgerald just completely torch this secondary. And then, of course, in the 2017 season, I think we had a little resurgence under Doug Peterson and Jim Schwartz. Last year, coming into the season, I was very, very excited about the group that we had. We had Ron Darby and Jalen Mills coming back from that Super Bowl season. The great Malcolm Jenkins, a staple in the middle. Rodney McLeod, another great safety, was going to be there. And then Sidney Jones, a guy that had to sit out all 2017 because of an injury, was going to get his chance to see how he fit. And Rasul Douglas was also coming back. However, it didn't turn out too well, as we all know. Injuries completely killed the season for the secondary. Ron Darby went out. Jalen Mills went out. Season-ending injuries. Rodney McLeod left. That cost us a couple games. Corey Graham, we all remember the Titans game when he made a crucial error on that 4th and 15. And the Titans won that game. So it cost us games. Somewhere at the end of the season, you know, the defensive leaders of the team, mainly Malcolm Jenkins, went to Jim Schwartz and said, look, enough's enough. These guys that we're basically bringing off the street, guys like Chandon Sullivan, guys like Devontae Bosby, I don't even know if I'm saying that right, Cravon LeBlanc, starting rookie Avonte Maddox, who they got in the 4th round. The defense needs to be simplified. So they did, and these guys started playing well. They started playing well together. Season-saving games like against the Rams and the Texans. Avonte Maddox became a shining star out of that group. Cravon LeBlanc was like a diamond in the rough that maybe found his niche in Jim Schwartz's defense. So things were starting to look promising, and I think that when you look back at that game we lost in the playoffs to the Saints, one of the injuries that seemed to be the biggest and most underlooked injury was when Rasul Douglas went out, and you had number 48 on the screen. I remember thinking, who is 48? And it was actually Josh Hawkins, and Drew Brees took complete advantage of him and the rest of the secondary. They, again, just wasn't experienced, wasn't ready for that type of game. So now we go into 2019. The Eagles really didn't sign any free agents, any big-name free agents to come in. They really didn't draft anybody. As far as the safeties go, they brought in Andrew Sendejo, who I think is a great addition. You need that veteran presence back there in case one of these guys goes down again. Who knows if Rodney McLeod's going to start this season off healthy, if he starts the season at all. Blake Countess, who was here, then went to the Rams and played well, especially on special teams, comes in. Again, another guy that knows what he's doing in the safety position. As far as the cornerbacks, you know, you still have Cravon LeBlanc. You still have Avonte Maddox, Sidney Jones, Rasul Douglas, Jalen Mills, and Ron Darby. Now, 2019, it's going to be about health. If these guys stay healthy, again, I'm excited going into it, and hopefully I'm not disappointed again. Jalen Mills, say what you want about him. Say what you want about him getting killed on a double move. But when you get into that end zone, man, he's just shut down. He's not letting anybody score on him in the end zone. We saw that in the 2017 playoffs against Julio Jones, and then last year, that first game against Julio Jones. Ron Darby is Ron Darby. I think he's a solid cornerback. Again, it depends on health. Rasul Douglas, I think, is a very underrated corner. He has his flaws, but this is his 3rd year coming into this system. Sidney Jones, make or break it time for me. If he doesn't look something like a starting cornerback this year, I say you cut ties and get rid of him. Cravon LeBlanc, I love this dude. I hope that they keep him. I think it's very promising. Then you have Malcolm in there, again, leading this defense. So Are we better or are we worse going into the season? I think we're a lot better for the 2019 as far as the secondary goes. And the reason why I like Sendejo, even though he got destroyed by Blunt in the playoffs a couple years ago. I love Sendejo's veteran presence. He knows what he's doing. I love him over Corey Graham. And then Avonte Maddox being that rookie, I think he's, having a year under his belt, coming into some really crazy situations against some really good teams. I mean, this dude completely shined. I think that he's going to be a possible Pro Bowl type player in this system in this year. So you got, I think just those factors there put the 2019 version of the secondary over the 2018 version of the secondary. I mean, on the other hand, these guys have come back, not the same players, and then who knows what happens. But I think as far as we look right now, today, Sunday, June 30th, to last year's June 30th, I think we're in better shape in the secondary. So that's this video on the 2019 secondary cornerbacks and safeties. Are we better? Yes, I believe so. The next couple days, I want to do some more videos. Tell me if you guys want to leave a comment on what I should do next. I'm thinking defensive tackle. I kind of want to say wide receiver because I think that's going to be the most fun one to do. But give me your thoughts. Subscribe, share. I really want to get this thing rolling. The off season, it's boring. I know. Sometimes you got to kind of have to find things to talk about. There's not much news that goes on, especially right now, and we're still about 3 weeks away from training camp, the start of training camp. So, but when the season starts, you're going to get reaction videos, you're going to get preview videos, and everything in between. Might even do a little fantasy football stuff here. So, thanks again for watching. See you guys in a couple days.